Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This week I decided to do a normal sleeve block. So what I'm drawing for you is what I am going to do, is what I'm going to draft for you. So I'm doing a short sleeve, and it's always good when you have to put the ideas down, especially when you have a sketchbook like I do. This is a sketchbook whereby I have all my models being displayed on. The only thing I need to do is to get my idea and throw it on them. So I've sketched my short sleeve as you have seen, and I am just giving it more details that way it can really appear very well. And it's simple. You can do this, even those of you who are gifted with sketching. It's always advisable when you sketch first. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how long my sleeve is going to be, the length of my sleeve from my shoulder where it's going to stop. I think I'm going to give 7 inches for my sleeve length. Yeah, 7 inches is going to be really okay for me. So stay tuned, and I'll just be okay. So I have my apparatus right here with me. I have my roller, I have my tape measure. So I'm just going to show you how to draft a sleeve block. So I'm going to start with a short sleeve, and for me to do a sleeve block I need a back and a front pattern. What I really need here is the armhole. So first thing I'm going to do is sorry guys, you found this paper was already ruled. I did it earlier on, so I'm just showing you how I did it. I ruled my paper, I marked at 0.0 as you can see. So I go ahead and I get the measurements I may need right here. So just for the sake of those who are trying to learn with me, please make sure you write your measurement. Right, I would need sleeve length, as well I would need a sleeve width, and for other measurement, I already told you that my length will be 7 inches. I am using inches. Those who are using cm, please you can convert this to cm, that is in centimeters. So my width will be 13 and 12, and just according to my arm circumference. So I will need armhole for both back and front pattern. That's why in the beginning I show you the patterns I would need, so those measurements will help me to come up with a perfect sleeve block. So let me get my patterns and I get the measurement right away. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to measure the armhole right away. So this is how I would measure my armhole. This is why I need the pattern. So my front armhole gives me 9 inches. So I have come to the back pattern, and let me see how many it's going to give me. Let us see together. As well, I'm going to use 9. It has given me 8.75, but 9 is going to really give me a perfect fitting. So I am going to use 9 inches for both. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just add my front and back together, and it will give me 18. So please, if you're confused a little bit here, you can always rewatch this video again. So let's go right away on drafting. What I'm doing is I'm just giving my the length for my sleeve. So I said it is 7 inch, and that's what I am going to do. So I'm just going to mark 7 inch right from point 0 to my length. Yeah, so I'd given it 7 inch, and the reason I'm keep doing this, I just needed a straight line, especially when you're not using pattern master. If you're using a normal rollers, you really need to make sure you're always accurate with lines. I'm just going to join my dots together, and I am quite sure this has given me a quite straight line. Yeah, so that is my sleeve length. Now the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to indicate the arrow where it's going, like how you have seen. This is very good for beginners, and I'm going to give my hemming allowance. Probably I could give it 1 inch. So when it comes to the hemming, it depends on the design you're going to give. Is it turn up? Is it just a normal hemming? So to me, I'm going to... Okay guys, after getting my sleeve length, the next thing I'm going to do is to get my armhole, shoulder to armhole. I'm going to use the standard size, that is 5 inch. Shoulder to armhole, the length I am going to use is 5 inch. So let me just show you how it is. The point 2 is actual my shoulder to armhole length. Let me just indicate it with arrow. I told you, those of you who are learning with me, arrows are always very important. They direct us. So like I told you as well, if you're writing or copying something down, let me help you and put this for you. 5 is a standard measurement. I've used from point 0 to 2 is 5 inch for the armhole. That really gives me a very perfect fitting. The same way I'm going to do 5 inch in the middle. The reason, like I told you earlier, I just want my line to be straight. I do not want it to be kind of benting or kind of sloping. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do is to get my armhole width. The measurement, remember, I got from my armhole both front and back. So I got it was 18 when I add front pattern together. So it was 18. Now I have to divide 18 by 2. Remember, I'm drafting this on fold, so I'm just going to put my 0 inch on the point 0, and I'll make sure that it is right there on that point, and I'll go across this line, and where the line meets the line is where I will stop. So I'll get my ruler and rule it right away, like you have seen. Oh yeah, so this is just a basic sleeve. It doesn't have any design, nothing at all. And when you're good with this, you'll do so many designs just on this basic pattern sleeve. So I am doing a short sleeve, and as well you can prolong this to be long sleeve. It becomes much easier. The most important part is the armhole to get it right. So the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to divide mine. Okay guys, let us divide this. The easiest way is to get your 9 and you divide it by 4, but I'm going to divide little. I've so far divided 9 by 2. I am going ahead, divide the answer I've got, I'll divide again by 2. I'll indicate right there on my tape measure. Yes, so whatever answer I've got there, what's the answer? I've got 2.25 is what I'll bring to this other. Yeah, so that means I'll have 1 2 3 4 boxes. So the middle of this box I'll not really work on it so much. So my point, my first dot, that is 2.5, and is the one I'll work on so much, and then the last dot. So let us start with the back. Back pattern. Let's start with the back pattern. And sleeves, though you always draft it I draft on fold, but there's a difference between front and back. So for the back pattern, I'm going to give 0.75 on my first dot. I'll move it upwards 0.75, and I'll leave the middle point. I'll come to the next point. I'll come in 0.5. So it is really working for me. That is my back pattern, and I'll get my curved ruler. I have amazing curved ruler. You may not really find this easily here in Uganda, but if you have a friend's curve, it will work for you too. So with curve, make sure you really put it properly. It makes life so much easy. I'll turn and give it a right curve. Yeah, I'm finding a perfect side to make sure it sits well. So with the curved rulers, you just need to use them. Now I'm still struggling to find a perfect. Oh yeah, this is so amazing. Yeah, now you have seen what I've done. Very amazing. Cool. So this is the back pattern.